My name is Amber Reid, R-E-I-D, birthday 12/27/90. I'm turning 32, but like I'm almost positive my like mental age, like my brain is stuck at 17. I'm actually starving, so okay, yes, I troll. Whatever, Trollin has entered the chat. I'm totally fine with a clickbait title because you guys know I love me a clickbait title. You're not paying attention to your health, you don't care about your health, you don't care about your body, you want to die, you could have ate healthy, chose not to, do you really need to go on vacation, you need to buy health insurance instead. I just don't want to hear it.
No one cares!
Hey guys, Grüße aus Deutschland, greetings from Germany. Miss Amber's posted another video and it's titled, "This conversation gets really serious and dark." Weigh in, and the thing is 18 minutes long. Let's see what she has to say.
Hey guys,
Hey.
welcome to a new video.
Okay, so one thing you'd have to give her is that the background is nice and she's put together. She is made up like I dressed up my daughter in at kindergarten age, and she's 33 years old, but hey, that's her style, I guess.
So it is a Wednesday weigh-in. I'm honestly not sure how many more Wednesday weigh-ins we're gonna be doing.
Okay, let's remind her what she said earlier this year.
And my goal is to share my daily weigh-ins with you guys. Yes, 365 of them, unless 2024 is a leap year.
And let's continue.
I'm just all over the place when it comes to my YouTube schedule. I keep changing it. It's literally only been like a month and a week of 2024 and I've already changed my schedule like 3 times. I need to just like slow down, just like stick to something, but right now I just don't know. I don't know what's good for me. I don't know what's good for my channel.
Yeah, way to overthink it or just give in to your laziness.
Well, I'm all over the place, but regardless, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to be uploading. I'm just not sure.
I wouldn't say that too loud if I was you, because if your income drops far enough, then eventually even you are going to stop uploading.
When? There will be on Friday though, another What I Ate Today video.
And I'm going to report it if you eat in it.
Because I do enjoy filming those. I know you guys like to see a little bit of what I eat.
No, because you actually eat it. If you just showed the foods that you are consuming, which is never all the foods that you are consuming, that you're showing in these videos, but you make a taste test, a mukbang, and eat with me out of those vlogs, and I'm not going to stand for it. I'm going to report you every single time, and I'm going to repeat here why. I actually explained it in my last video about Chantal. So the fact is that Chantal has not been able to lose weight for 7 years, and this one here has put on roughly 250 pounds in over 10 years. And so very clearly she does not have her food addiction under control, and as such she needs to be supervised. And so she should not be unsupervised on camera eating foods that is self-harm, because she is documenting it on her channel that she cannot lose any weight. And so she's the biggest she's been on her channel from what I can tell. I think she only looks different because now her skin is not so elastic anymore. Plus, in 2019, when she was claiming to be 572.4, she wasn't using any filter. So that was all unfiltered back then. And so when we saw her not so long ago, when her mother filmed her up close in that piercing studio, that's when we saw her real face. It wasn't oval, it was round. And so I believe that neither she nor Chantal should be allowed to eat on a public platform anymore, because they are self-harming, they are exploiting and monetizing their food addictions, and that should not be possible. Now, if it's somebody that, I don't know, I wouldn't make it depend on the weight, But somebody that's continually gaining weight should not be eating on camera anymore, because clearly they don't have things under control.
I know that's like very highly requested, so that is still going to be a thing.
I doubt that it's highly requested.
But beyond that, your girl has no idea. So from my last weigh-in video, I have a little update. As you guys know, someone in public took a photo of me without me knowing, and then took a really creepy, weird video of me.
A video, okay. I'm thinking that was initiated by her, but I could completely be wrong. I don't have a feeling on it, but I think it's possible.
Of my butt, like literally an inch away from me. I didn't care about the photo, but the video did give me the creeps, and I know a lot of you agree with that. Just like imagine that
I don't think a lot of people agree with you.
happening to like your daughter or your mom or something like that. I feel like maybe taking me out of the picture and like thinking of it happening to someone that like you know that you care about, then I
Okay, that would be different, because that would probably be a coincidence. In your case, you've been such a bitch on your channel, and you've made yourself a negative public figure. You are infamous and not famous, and so you gotta deal with things like that, because you are pocketing the money, and you have been pocketing the money. And so, I miss me with that shit. Totally beside the fact that you are filming everybody with no regard for their rights or their feelings. You've been doing it on your channel for over 10 years, exploiting everybody and pocketing the money.
feel like maybe you can see it a little bit more from my point of view. But
No, I can absolutely not, because you are so cold-blooded that it's hard for me to even imagine what that would feel like, or what kind of thoughts are running through your head that make you think it's okay to do certain things that you have done in your life, documented them, and are still leaving them up on your channel because you're so greedy for the dough.
the update is the person who took the photo of me is actually a girl who I actually was talking to at the laundromat, which I find to be even more like weird and creepy, because it just goes to show like how fake people can be. Because like
Oh, you shouldn't be talking about being fake, honey bun, sweetie pie.
she seemed pretty chill. She sat next to me for a little bit. We were both waiting for our stuff and we had a few exchanges. I didn't like talk much to her, but I'm very much used to like being in public and like strangers talking to me, and
I don't think so.
I am very friendly back. I might be like an Akko Taco myself, but I am friendly back to strangers, even if I do feel shy or like nervous in the moment. Like I'm not standoffish or anything like that. So yeah, I did correspond with this woman, and it's just weird to know that like the whole time.
Correspond with this woman, so they started whipping out notepads and writing notes back and forth. She means communicating, but she's an idiot, and so she uses wrong words.
She knew who I was, and she knew that she was going to take a picture of me, or that she already did. But the video was actually taken by her husband, which again, it's not safe out here for women. Like, I get it, it's not safe out here.
Oh, okay, blah, blah, blah. How did she find out about this? Why is there no talk of how she found out? Did that woman or girl actually contact her and say, look, I'm sorry I overstepped my boundaries, but it was me posting this picture and also me posting this video. What happened? What is with the whole story?
For anybody, like anyone could be a creep, anyone can be unsafe. I totally get that.
Yeah, I don't know where she makes the relation between being unsafe and being filmed out in public when she keeps boasting about how she is a public figure. She just said it. She just got done saying it, that she doesn't have a problem with that and people walking up to her and her talking to them. So what is the thing? Did that person bump into her? Did that person whip out a gun and hold it to her head? I don't know what she is talking about. She is so far detached from a normal life, from where when you live in the city, and apparently she lives in Oklahoma City, you are accustomed to people coming close to you. Also, you have to take into consideration this girl weighs 600 pounds. Now, if she's standing in any kind of aisle at Walmart or any kind of other store or at a laundromat, it's hard to get past her. And so that person didn't have to come close. They just had to try and get around this ship and came close. So she's trying to make it sound like that person tried to get close and film her ass on purpose.
But in this situation, like, I feel like I am a woman who is unsafe, and like a man.
Well, I hate to be the one to break it to you, but every time you leave the house, anybody could run up to you and push you and tip you over. This is the condition that you've eaten yourself into. You can neither run away nor get back up once you've fallen, and that is something you have to live with. And that is probably the lack of safety you are feeling here, or being violated because somebody is finally doing to you what you've been doing to people in your environment in real life for years now, and that is using them for content.
Is literally getting super close to me and taking a video of my butt.
Again, you take up a lot of room, and so in order to get around you, that person probably had to get that close. Because, homegirl, you're not aware of it, but you take up a lot of physical space in this world, you know?
To show online. It makes me uncomfy, and
Then don't leave the house anymore. Maybe we're just looking for another excuse not to leave the house anymore. Like she already said, she's not going to walk another mile before the weather gets better. I mean, she's always looking for excuses to not having to walk or do any kind of exercise, you know?
I'm going to like stand by that. I will forever stand by that.
Yeah, just you saying that shows how ignorant you are. That you are not open-minded, and you're already saying that you'll never be open-minded in regards to looking at something in a different way once you've thought about it or other aspects have revealed themselves to you. You're just completely ignorant and detached from reality.
So I think we are done with this saga though.
Good, and it wasn't a saga, it was just somebody filming you in public. And since you're always so proud of having had your channel for over 10 years, maybe a couple of people know you, you know?
For those of you who like stuck up for me and you guys were spreading awareness around the situation, like, this is not okay.
Awareness of the situation? You keep filming people out in public. What the fuck are you talking about? So you film others without their consent, but when they do it to you and post it and it is associated to your presence on the internet, then you don't like it? Just because you have no control over what filters they use on behalf of you. That is your whole problem. Because look at you now, you're still gaining weight. Because if your shelf ass is sitting on that pillow mountain and the filters are in place, holy fucking shit, have you put on weight. Dude.
I appreciate you guys very much, so thank you. So now I'm going to answer 3 of your guys' questions. The first one is,
which means she picks 3 questions that she would like to answer on camera, and so she just willy-nilly writes them down.
what do you say to the rumors that the weigh-ins are fake? I just think that's silly. This is something that's always been going on my channel where people
And why? Because you have been lying about your weight.
think I fake my weigh-ins. Because people think that I weigh more than I actually say that I do.
Because you actually do. Because you do not live in this reality. You live completely withdrawn from reality, and you do not understand that looking at you right now, let's say you tell us you're 510 pounds, right? But then months ago, you were a lot thinner and you claim to be 525, 528. You don't see it anymore. We do see it. And you wonder why we see it. You can't understand it. And so you're always picking wrong numbers. Numbers that are not believable, that are not relatable to your physical appearance. That is the problem.
Which, let's be realistic here. Scientifically, that would be impossible.
Nope.
Because for someone my size, over 500 pounds, Like, I just recently walked a mile. Do you really think?
No, you did not. What you did is show a couple of clips where apparently you were out in public, but you did not show us, you did not prove to us that you walked a mile. Absolutely not. No, ma'am.
That someone, like, if I was even bigger than that, if anyone was even bigger than that, like, that would have been, like, possible. And
Yes, I believe it. I believe in people that weigh hundreds of pounds and being more mobile than you and more honest about things than you.
just know firsthand, like, looking at myself from any point of view, whether it's my point of view or from someone else's camera.
You cannot put yourself in somebody else's shoes. You can't even put yourself in your own shoes. You have no idea where you stand, what you stand for, what your personality is like, and most importantly, what impact that has on the public out there that you're abusing to make money. And so miss me with that.
Or a mirror, like, whatever it may be, I know that I don't look more than what I weigh.
But you do. So there's some kind of dysmorphia going on, or you're completely delusional, and that is okay. But don't sit here and try to tell us that we cannot tell that you weigh way more than you did months ago, and you're not admitting to it. And that is your problem. It's actually not ours. But that is the reason why people keep saying you're faking your weigh-ins. Because there's absolutely, and I repeat, absolutely no reason why you, even with that heavy sweater you're wearing right now, right? And even with your smiley slippers, that you could get on that scale, film yourself the entire time, like even from afar, even from a few feet away, so that we can see the entirety of you, right? And you step on the scale, no jump cuts, and we hear the scale say your weight. And then you say, okay, fuck, when you're bigger, your clothes weigh more. So can you guys please give me 10 pounds for the clothes that I'm wearing? I would do it. I would say, yeah, because, next time you get on the scale with only a t-shirt on and we say, okay, so maybe this time 5 pounds. But it is pretty clear that there is no weight loss going on in your life. Everybody on your channel knows it, except for you. Except for you. You're still holding the TED Talks about being on track or watching more what you eat, which you never do because you're continually gaining. And that is something that even somebody with your low IQ should be able to grasp by now.
The things that I do on a daily basis, I feel like if I weighed even more, like, people think that I'm like 600 pounds. Like, if I was that, I would not be capable of doing the things that I do on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, that proves that you haven't watched enough of my 600-pound live shows. Did I not just a few weeks ago, or so it feels like a few weeks ago, compare you to Shanae, who weighs 693 pounds? A viewer had sent it to me and I made a video about it, and you could have watched it and seen that you actually look bigger than the woman that weighs 693 pounds. And guys, I'm not saying here that she weighs close to 700 or that she weighs 700. I do not care how much she weighs at this point. It could be 400, 500, 600, 700, even 800. I don't care. But let's keep in mind she's only between 5'1" and 5'3", which is the three different heights that she's given on her channel, because she can't even be honest about that. She said in the past that she's 5'1", 5'2", 5'3", and not in that order. Not in that order. I believe the first height she always used was 5'3", and so I don't care. But she has visibly gained a lot of weight just in 2023 alone, and she's not admitting to it. And here she is sitting there again with some kind of filter going on, because there's no pore to be seen on that face. And so she doesn't stand behind what she looks like. She doesn't stand behind the pathetic life that she is living. That is why she served us all these old clips. Somebody in my comments actually gave the dates of when these clips were from. And also Glooper, I think was your name, also said that Amber's mom's birthday was on the 1st of February, not on the 7th. And so she lies when she opens that trap because she is hungry. You got to imagine the motivation behind her lying like this is because she's hungry and she cannot go out there and find a job that would pay her as much as it would take to buy all that food that she needs to feel, I don't even want to say satiated, because she never does feel satiated. She always needs to stuff down her feelings. And so this is desperation in action. This is Amber sitting there lying her ass off about some more things just because she doesn't identify with who she is, what she looks like, how much she weighs. So, sorry about that little rant.
I think that people like to say that my weigh-ins are fake because it just creates drama.
No, that is absolutely not it. I wished you would stop lying. I wished you would become more authentic. I wished you would, I don't know, find a way to attract a new kind of audience, like maybe sit there for hour after hour doing Legos, live streams and talk about life. Something like that would attract a new crowd. I would back away from you. But you keep running that lying mouth, and I'm not going to stop until you're off the internet. This is not a threat, this is a prediction. Because I can't stand people that are this lazy, this gluttonous, and on top of it all, this arrogant, and harm people in the audience. So miss me with all of that. Your weigh-ins are fake. You've had proof shown to you that they were fake. And also, here's a little concept that you haven't grasped yet. Let's say at the weight that you are right now, let's say X amount, right? And then in a few weeks you take up 1.5 times the space in front of the camera. You cannot tell people that you've lost weight, because when you stuff your face, a direct consequence of that is, and I feel the necessity to explain this to you because apparently you're not connecting the dots. So when you're eating a lot of food, your body doesn't just increase in pounds, in weight, but also in size. And since your videos are videos and not podcasts, this is not a radio show you are broadcasting, we can actually see you. And so we can tell that you are putting on weight. So you sitting there saying that you, not right now, but before, saying that you've lost weight when you've clearly gained is a joke, and you need to stop with the lying. And no, it's not about the drama. Some people out here, I'm one of them, would actually like to see you make a positive change in your life and regain some of your viewers or new viewers that are into different things. But you're not giving it a chance. You're just clawing into that YouTube channel like an idiot, trying to turning in circles.
It creates entertainment, it creates conspiracy, it creates just a way for people to talk,
No, I don't think so. I mean, I am aware of the fact, and I'm not watching any of them, but I've seen it happen in the past, that some reaction channels in the Amberverse actually do lie. They do come up with fake, not even facts, I mean with lies, with flat out lies about Amber, to stir the pot and to get things going, to generate views on their channel. One of them in our community here even claimed that Chantal's husband Salah was talking to a second woman now, and that was a flat out lie. And they try to cover it up and say, oh, this was only for entertainment purposes or whatever, this was just to get you guys going, but it's a flat out lie. I wouldn't do that. What I say on my channel is I comment on what she is saying. I base it off of my experience with human beings, my own experiences as a human being, and also on what I've seen her do and say on her channel. And I don't have to come up with anything to stir the pot. I just comment on what I see, And so, yes, there are people out there that would do it, but the majority of them would not.
Create more rumors around my name is actually very entertaining for people because it just gives people more reasons to talk and just like spew their their nonsense.
Spew their nonsense. That's the 600-pounder that's been spewing nonsense on her channel for over 10 years. I mean, that IQ has got to be around 90, and I'm trying to be kind here. This is a joke, spewing their nonsense.
Like just last year, I went to a famous weight loss surgeon's literal doctor's office and
No, you did not.
stepped on their scale, and people were still not.
No, what you did is you showed clips. This is the thing. Number one, you did not show yourself stepping on the scales, and number two, it could have been at some office, but it also could have been in your bedroom, because the color of the wall, as somebody pointed out, was pretty similar to the colors of the walls in your apartment. And I said I wouldn't put it past her to have gotten that scale that costs a whole bunch of money, which she should have invested a long time ago. You know, if you have to get a scale on which they can weigh car body parts or engines, then maybe you could have invested the money on these scales. But what you showed is a clip of you being on a scale and closer to the camera. The digital display of that scale, that is what you showed. There was also no date. It was not like you were holding today's newspaper into the camera, which by now you should already be doing, because you have lied and faked your way in so much that nobody believes you anymore. And here we are, turning in circles, sitting here again, wondering why people don't believe you, right? And so that is what you did, and you showed us clearly, you showed us clips from months ago. Because if you show yourself looking like this, like you do right now, and then you show us a weigh-in where you look like this, of course it is clear that it's a fake weigh-in, because it is either an old clip or you're just lying about your weight now.
Believing that way in. So I think we're past the part of like, oh, we don't trust Amber Lynn. That's
Oh no, we'll never get past that point. For that, you would actually have to stop lying and not tell a lie for a whole while. But everybody knows you are non-stop lying. You can't even tell the truth about things that don't get you a benefit when you lie about them. You are addicted to the drama. That is your biggest problem. You're addicted to the drama, and with you getting older and your blood pressure already being high, I would strongly recommend you drop that addiction for drama.
why we don't believe her weigh-ins. It's more so like, hi, I'm bored, I don't have a life.
You are the only one that I know of in the Amberverse that does actually not have a life. It's like you're trying to stir the pot by making statements that are actually true for yourself.
So let's like say, Amber Lynn's faking these weigh-ins because we have nothing else to talk about.
No, actually, we would have different things to talk about. We would also be able to move on, to other people, which is what I'm gonna do anyway, because you are just spinning in circles. I'm gonna say it again, like a turd in the toilet bowl. And the faster you go down the drain, and the same goes for Chantal, the faster you're spinning. Just to prove a point, yesterday's video, or the last two videos about Chantal, where I was talking about she doesn't know what to do with her channel anymore, and sure enough, she posts, I don't know if she's watching me, I don't even care. I'm making these videos for my audience and not for these 600 and 500 pounders, because they're lost in the sauce. I mean, they're just gone. But they don't know what to do with their channels anymore, and the worse it gets, the less money they make, the more desperate they get.
So that's kind of like where I'm at with that. Like,
Yeah, you can do that, and you can lie to yourself, and when you fall asleep at night, try to fall asleep on the thought that you were trying to fool people into thinking you're still in the 500s when you are not. But guess what? Your body is listening. Every cell in your body is listening, and your body knows that your mind is trying to detach itself from what you are doing to your body. You can do that all you want, but it still doesn't change the fact that you are on a path of self-destruction where you have eaten yourself to a few hundred pounds of weight by now, and there's still no stopping you.
I literally don't care if people don't believe my weigh-ins because
Okay, then don't mention it in your videos. It's the same like Chantal. Don't mention shit that doesn't bother you. Just don't mention it. Shut up about it. Try to live a life. Try to vlog that. And try to not use old clips from months ago and line them up and make them seem like you just had a great week. You had the time of your life. You're living your best life, because you are not. You look miserable. It shows in your vlogs, and you're not fooling anyone.
I know they're true. Next question is, does it get exhausting constantly thinking about your weight? Yes, because it's like I think about it regardless of what I'm doing. I think about
Yeah, maybe in the sense of, fuck, I shouldn't have eaten that. That's gonna increase my weight. That's probably the only times when she thinks about how much she weighs.
it when I'm eating. I think about it when I'm showering. I think
Yeah, because you're showering. You're a pig and you need to take a shower and your hair looks greasy.
about it when I'm walking Twinkie.
Yeah, because you're walking Twinkie, you're not paying somebody to do that. Okay, Amber.
My weight is constantly and consistently on my mind, and yes, it does get very exhausting because sometimes I just like want to exist. And then
Yeah, but that's what you're doing. See how she's telling on herself? This is a true statement. Sometimes she just wants to exist. She doesn't want to count calories. She doesn't want to watch what she's eating. She just wants to stuff face. That's all she wants to do. And she wants to be left alone. And she's so delulu about the whole thing that she doesn't even understand why people say to her, look, you are self-harming by increasing your physical size, by putting the strain on all these organs in your body, and you're not stopping, and you're still talking crazy on your channel.
there are those rare times where I do stop thinking about my weight and I just exist as a person, but then immediately someone else has to remind me of my size or what I'm eating, anything like that. So it's like, regardless if it was me thinking about it all the time, it's like other people are gonna remind me.
Oh, okay, so they need to shut the fuck up, just watch your videos and not give you any backlash, because you just want to stuff face, drink high caloric drinks all day long, and increase in size, and everybody just, should just grant you that money by continuously watching your videos. Not gonna happen.
About my weight. So it's just one of those things where I just gotta deal with it, and it's just
Oh, poor Amber. She has to listen to backlash. She keeps running, just like Chantal. They both keep running with the camera in hand saying, oh, I got another video. Look, I'm going to show you what I did with my life. And then they wonder why people give them backlash. They are actively killing themselves on their channels. They are. It's self-harm. And they keep increasing in size, and then they come running, oh, all these ailments, and now I have sciatica, or blah, 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 or the other one is walking around with slippers at the laundromat. I mean, of course, why not in the wintertime in Oklahoma City? There are no icy patches that you can slip on with slippers on. Dude, whatever.
it's like I want to be more than my weight, more than my size, and it's just
Yeah, okay, but you have no personality, and so that's all you got, and that's why you and Chantal both keep falling back on that whole idea that you need to talk about weight loss and how you're going to change your lives around, which you never do, so just shut up about it. And then you have nothing left. And then you show us your diamond paintings again and your Legos, and I don't know, decluttering your cabinets for the 50th time in 6 months.
feels like even when I try to be more than that and like different than that and like film different videos and that, like it's still everyone's like focus. And I don't mean to say everyone like as an absolute, but it just feels like that is such like a heavy topic and like a hot topic where it's just like no matter
Hot topic, you're not a hot topic, trust you me.
what I do, it's just like my weight, my weight, my weight.
Because you keep making it about the weight. In how many vlogs did you mention that you just got out of the shower? And sometimes you would even stand in your bathroom, there was not even steam. Then you made that one video where you had a towel not even wrapped all the way around you, but just, tucked between your arms. And there was no steam, no steam, and you had a towel on your head. I mean, you jumped through all these hoops trying to make people believe that you are not living a pathetic life. And you know what? When the day comes, when you realize I can't keep going with this, I mean, they call me out on everything. If she has any ounce of honesty left in her body, or honor, or pride, or whatever, grace, then eventually she should get to a point where she says, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to be 100% authentic and honest from now on. And then she'll do a sit down video saying, okay, so I weigh 750 pounds. That is what the deal is. I've realized that I can't keep going like this. Of course, you guys called me out on it already because it's true. I have no friends. I have relatives that I just moved back to, the state of Oklahoma, and none of them want to be in my vlogs because I'm that kind of bitch. But I would like to try and change. I would like to change, and I would like for you guys to help me. It's something like that, That would make it interesting again, but she's been arrogant and gaining weight and losing friends and having girlfriends dump her for over a decade now, and there's no sign of her wanting to change at all.
That's all anyone wants to talk about. The last question is, are you worried about all of the plus size influencers dying? So I chose this question because this is something I've actually been thinking about a lot.
We know you pick your questions. They are not from your audience. We know that.
There was recently a video that I saw online of this person talking about all of the recent plus size influencers that have died. And it is so many. And it's just I have never been part of health at every size because I don't believe that. I'm very much body positivity though. Love that body.
Don't get me started.
Physically, what you look like regardless of your size, because everyone is beautiful. But
just a quick note or thought. What I don't get about that whole movement is that these people seem to forget that they are harming their bodies, that the human body is supposed to be up to a certain size. I mean, it can take all the stress up to a certain size, but when you get to a size like she does, where she can't even walk normally anymore, she waddles. Chantal has to lean back to make up for all the fat in front of her that she's pushing around like a wheelbarrow, and this one has legs like tree trunks. Then you should get to a point where you say, okay, I love myself, but these two women don't have a personality that they can love themselves for. And so they try to love their bodies. They look at their bodies and they're deformed. And so what do they have? And so I have a problem with the whole body and personality positivity thing when it comes to Chantal and Amber, because you actually have to be able to look at your flaws, look at your weaknesses, and try to work on them,
Not every size is healthy, and I feel that's very obvious.
Yeah, that is obvious.
I don't know how that's not obvious to people. Being my size is not healthy. That being bigger is unhealthy.
Being bigger is unhealthy. Being huge is very unhealthy. And it could be considered being on a path of self-destruction when you continue to flaunt to your audience on a public platform that you are engaging in drinking high caloric beverages and alcoholic beverages, which are high caloric too, and eating the wrong foods, which you're about to post by the end of this week, maybe tomorrow. Where you're showing again that you didn't eat any healthy foods.
It does cause so many more health problems statistically. This isn't just something that people say to be just fat phobic, because trust me, I experience fat phobia, fat shaming every single day.
No, you do not. I doubt it. I doubt it. And then she's so arrogant, it doesn't even touch her.
But when it comes to health stuff, that's not just fat phobic, that's not fat shaming, that's just reality and the truth, and that's something that I've always firmly believed. There was a minute there years and years ago where I was delusional Lynn, where it's like doctors would tell me, you know, yeah, everything's perfect, like your blood results perfect, like you're healthy, you're
No. And I'm gonna take the time out of my busy day and show that clip again, where she afterwards only cited that part where the doctor said you are healthy but you're obese, but we could fix that, something like that. I'm gonna show the clip here.
She was just like, you're healthy. Like she had my charts in her hand. She was like, you're healthy, but you are obese, but we can fix that. She made me realize, like, this is reversible. And before anything crazy happens to me, we need to reverse this. We need to fix this.
In this very vlog that I just showed you a clip of, she was also diagnosed with high blood pressure. She was told that she was losing a blood circulation in her leg because she kept sitting on Pillow Mountain with her legs stretched out. And she was also diagnosed with sleep apnea, all kinds of other stuff, but she has chosen to forget that. So everything she repeats in the future is just that, where the doctor said, we can fix that, you know? That is not a clean bill of health. Because I doubt that any doctor in the last 20 years of her life told her that she is healthy. She's been talking about being diagnosed with elevated blood pressure for quite some time. She has sleep apnea, she has lymphedema and lipedema, and she's losing her teeth already because I don't know what is going on, because she eats so much that she probably keels over in the middle of a meal, not brushing her teeth, I don't know. She probably has infections in her body because she doesn't clean herself properly. And so there are all kinds of things going on. And she ran with the thought that the doctor said that she's healthy, and she's not. She did not give her a clean bill of health. She did not do that.
Just overweight. Like, I would hear those things.
No, and now you're lying about it again. You're lying about it again, Amber, and you're not doing yourself a favor by doing that. And it also makes you unbelievable. Because no doctor that looks at you would tell you you are healthy. And you have admitted to the ailments that you have, and now you're lying about it again.
Constantly. So it fed into my Delulu. But y'all, I'm telling you, your 30s, your brain, like, I think it becomes more clear because I just feel like
Not in your case. I really don't see it happening. I really don't. I think you get more desperate as time goes by, and your lies get more crazy and detached from reality as time goes by.
I think more clear now. And it's just like the way that I used to think, like early 20s, mid 20s, is like so different than like the way that I think now.
No, you're still as desperate and as detached from reality.
Anyways, I'm totally rambling, but
Yeah, you are.
I'm trying to say, one day I will be a plus size influencer who has died.
Wrong. You will die, and plus size, it's not a strong enough a word. You are super morbidly obese, and you will die because you will have eaten yourself to death. You are not an influencer. If you are anything, then you are a cautionary tale that, and I'm one of them, you keep me from getting completely out of control with my weight, because every time I feel like, a craving coming on for chocolate or cake or whatever, I look at your ass sitting there lying your butt off, and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm not gonna ever be like her. And so you are not an influencer at all. The things that you buy, people, or have at home, they throw them out. I've seen them comment in the comment section. When you turn up to have something that they already have in their household, they toss it out.
That is crazy to think about, but reality is reality.
And I think she's already given up on the fact that she's gonna be able to change her life. I think she's gonna keep going until her body finally gives out.
It scares me that, like, sometimes your body could be so damaged that there's just like no turning back. Now I'm stuttering. I don't even know what I'm saying because the topic of death is one that I don't enjoy. Everyone dies.
Okay, but you're actively working on making that day come faster, so maybe you should start thinking about it.
Why are we talking about this? Skinny influencers die. We're all gonna die. Okay.
Oh, skinny. Okay. Is she really that delulu that she wants to bring it down to that basic thought that we're all gonna die? All of these super morbidly obese people don't make it past 50. That's a statistic I've read somewhere. They don't make, most of them don't make it past 45. So you can't broaden that view. Yes, we're all gonna die, but people like you die a lot sooner.
Whether you're an influencer, whether you're a cop, whether you're
And you are not an influencer anyway. Stop saying that. You are not influencing people.
a surgeon, whether you're a teacher,
You are shocking people. Shocking people.
like it's gonna happen. But it's just eye-opening to see like how many influencers who are plus size have died due to complications because of their weight. To answer
And still, you're not doing anything to save your life. And that's where I'm deriving my conclusion that you do not care. Maybe you're already looking forward to it. You know, I can't determine if it's just her being this powerless against her food addiction, the gluttony, and the laziness in combination, which is deadly, or she's just given up, you know, arrogantly just given up and sitting on her butt just waiting for her body to, to stop functioning.
to the original question, yes, I am worried. It does worry me. It makes me sad. It makes me scared.
But not enough to change anything.
And it's just like, if losing weight was easy, then we would all have our perfect bodies. We would all have our perfect health. Like, it's just
Yeah, that's the kind of things you tell yourself, and that's why you keep going day after day, just not watching your weight at all.
not the way that it works. For some people, yes, they can wake up one day and be like, you know what? I'm about to change my life.
That could be you, and you've held TED Talks about it, but it just never happened.
For other people, such as myself, it is very freaking hard. And I know it's a lot of like up here. It's a lot of like
I don't think there's so much up there. But that's where her disorders are. She's correct in pointing at her head.
brain chemistry / chemicals, mental illness, trauma. Like, it's so many different things mixed up, and it's not fun and it's not fair. And you guys have seen me literally try everything.
No. What we have witnessed on your channel is you flapping your jaws about certain weight loss ideas and weight loss surgery and, and all kinds of stuff. But we've never seen you try. There was never an energy connected or emitting from you that you were actually trying. You were bullshitting your audience. I still remember that stupid face that I still want to, that grin, I still want to wipe off your face when you came on after mukbang after mukbang and mukbang. And then you came out with Optivia. Things are about to change. For that, you should have been yanked off the platform after gaining all that weight. And then I think you were in Optivia for like 2 days. And you took up all that counter space in Eric's and Ricky's house. And dude, don't get me started.
Under the sun to lose weight, and I always do.
No, you never tried. You said you would pursue certain weight loss ideas, but you never gave it a try. Never.
I lose weight, but then I gain it back.
No. When was the last time you lost weight? I think that one time was only when I took a break from her for 1.5 years because I couldn't take her TED Talks anymore. That didn't lead anywhere, but in her getting heavier and heavier, and she must have lost a few pounds there. But since then, on the up, always going up. The scale is not going down.
But then I gain more back. But then I lose that weight again. and then I gain it back, and then I lose.
Yeah, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to cut you off because this is just annoying.
Just wake up and they're like, you know what, I'm going to
Now
do this.
now she's saying she's going through this torture, and she's not going through any torture. She constantly allows herself to eat and drink whatever she wants. She allows herself to take naps whenever she wants. That is how she's staying this big. That is the secret behind it. She's not going out for a walk. She's not walking miles out there. She's not. The few calories she burns by walking around between her pillow mountain and the bathroom are the ones that she just stuffs down her gullet right away with the next meal. That's how that is happening. This is not a victim sitting in front of us. This is somebody that has completely given up on life and documents it on a public platform. Listen to this crap.
All the time, like, does she just enjoy being fat? Like, is just her thing? No, I hate it. I hate everything about it. I hate food. I hate my weight. I hate my body. I hate my size. I hate the way I walk because of it. I hate the way I'm treated because of it.
That doesn't go with how often you check yourself out in the viewfinder and do duck faces and are so smitten with what you see in that viewfinder. It does not go with that. I don't know, completely unauthentic right now. And of course she doesn't like to be overweight, but she also doesn't want to do anything to lose weight. Not at all.
I hate the health issues I've had because of it. I hate the health issues that will happen because of it. Like, I hate every single second, but I feel stuck.
You feel stuck. Okay, then stop lying on your channel. This is something that people would like to see, the desperation and then the change. And not the desperation and then the next video, which is going to be what I ate in a day. It's just unbelievably ignorant, and it's been going on for too long for people to still hang on her lips, listen to every word and believe what she's saying, because she's not honest about her life. She just wants to keep getting the views. That is the main problem. She has no other ways of making money, and so she has to keep stringing the audience along, and she's been doing it for over 10 years in order to continue making that money, not for the entirety of the 10 years, because in the beginning she didn't make much. Let's say starting 2017, maybe she made a couple of thousand or $1,000, just enough to have her say, hey, I'm not going to work because I make enough money on YouTube. But let's say for 7 years, 6-7 years, she's been sitting on her ass and she's been milking this thing and, always playing the victim. And she hasn't tried. So many weight loss ideas she dropped after a couple of days. Sometimes she tried to fake trying for longer, but turned out later she couldn't remember what she had said to us in vlogs before, and so she told on herself. She's lazy, she's gluttonous, and she's not interested in losing weight.
I feel mentally stuck. I feel physically stuck. I feel emotionally stuck.
And yet she's not getting professional help. Yet we don't see her or hear her say, okay, I'm done. I'm going to have to figure something out. I'm going to admit myself to a clinic and I'm out. And I'm going to be back as soon as I'm doing better. She doesn't. She's sitting here milking this for all that it's worth. She's not getting professional help. Even the times she did get professional help, she didn't get it for long, because she doesn't want to go back to a doctor that says, okay, so last time you weighed 560 pounds, now you're weighing 580, what happened? She doesn't want to be held accountable. She just wants to flap those jaws and keep eating and eating and eating until it's finally over.
I just feel stuck and confused and lost, and it's like people think they have all the answers. People think they know exactly what to do.
Not necessarily, but people have been telling you to get professional help, and you're not. We had to watch you for the entirety, almost all of the year. 2023, pop the Delta gummies, eat several takeout meals a day, and gained so much weight. Oh my gosh, it was almost painful to watch. And her telling us she doesn't need a doctor, she doesn't need, doesn't need any advice.
I am super morbidly obese. I should be eating healthier. I should probably be eating less. I don't want any advice. I don't need advice. I don't need doctors. I don't need anything like that. Everything that could be possibly said to me right now is already obvious, so don't waste your breath. People think that if they were in my situation, they would know what to do, but it's just...
No, your situation is so fucked up that I doubt that the majority of us out here would know what to do. Because imagine waking up in the morning in a body like that. Imagine how many wrong decisions it takes to get to that point. I would not be able, I wouldn't know what to do. I think I would just get a water jug, like a gallon jug, and I would start walking around the block until I'm exhausted. Then I would probably take a nap and take another until all that fat is gone. That's the only thing I can figure, because the ignorance to get to this point and still hold TED Talks here, and call herself an influencer, dude.
It's not that easy. I don't want to die because of my weight.
Well, you're going to, and you're going to have to make peace with that thought.
I don't want to die because of complications because of my weight.
Yeah, like somebody said in my comment section yesterday, she got out of the clinic and had another toe taken off because of diabetes type 1. Now imagine what's going on in her body and in Chantal's body. The
very thing that has like kept me from living is going to be the very thing to actually keep me from living, and that is scary.
But what does she call life? Sitting on her ass and feeding her face. It's not the things that she shows us in those vlog clips that she posted like willy-nilly without any comment, without giving us any reason, without any explanations where she was, who she was with. Wouldn't have made a difference. She was by herself anyway. She wouldn't have to do that. What does she consider life? She doesn't like traveling. She only mentioned it at the beginning of relationships, and she wants to lose weight so that she can travel, but then continue to gain weight. Or yesterday I saw a clip somewhere where she had said that she's going to get a driver's license and YP's going to teach her how to drive. She's been saying that for years. She doesn't fit in the legroom of a standard-sized car anymore. She does not. I mean, not to where she could actually drive it. She can put her legs on top of each other somehow, or sit halfway sideways to even fit in a standard size car, but she would not be able to drive a standard size car.
Like, the best way to put it is like, I feel like I died already.
Yeah, that is a very important statement. Yeah, that's a pretty deep and true statement. She feels like she's wrecked her life beyond repair.
I have spent majority of my life not living because of my size, not experiencing because of my size, and it's like...
But lying on her channel about having so much fun in her life just to justify continuously eating and putting on pounds.
It's only been as of recently where I have felt myself become alive a little bit more.
I don't see it at all.
And I feel myself coming out of like this mentally and physically paralyzed stage that I've been in for so long.
I don't see it at all. I think she's saying things she doesn't mean, or maybe she does mean them, but not true.
And every day I just want to improve more, and it's...
There goes the TED Talk again while she's shaking her head.
Like, this last week was like the best week that I've had, and I can't even tell you how long.
And shaking her head. And also somebody pointed out in my comment section, the dates, guys, check it out. The dates when those clips were taken. Unbelievable.
Every day I felt like I was living. Every day felt like I was existing, and I was...
No, you were probably getting plowed. I don't know who was driving you around. Let's hope it wasn't your mother that is trying to not drink alcohol anymore. I don't know where you were having those beverages, and I don't even know if they were alcoholic, but in one clip she looked intoxicated. And so that made her feel alive, being driven around, sitting her ass down and drinking. Okay.
Was happy, and I rarely thought about my weight, and that's very rare for me. I literally just told you, like, it just seems like I'm constantly thinking about my weight and my size. And
No, I doubt it, because if she was, then she would not eat and drink, ingest so many calories a day.
then the minute I stop and the minute I just enjoy life with friends, and
There were no friends, and enjoying life, she means eating everything she wants and drinking everything she wants, and getting intoxicated, of course.
go to bars and like get drinks and then just all these things, like I come back after all of that, after the high of just feeling so happy, and I step on the scale and I gain weight.
Yeah, of course, because everything is just related to you sitting on your ass and drinking and eating. And you should explore that.
That's no surprise. After a week of all of that, and I've never done so much walking in my life, but as someone
Doubt it.
with lipedema and lymphedema, the more I walk, the more I swell, the more I gain weight.
But also if you lost weight, your lymphedema and lipedema would unswell a little bit. But you've never tried that out. You just want to complain about that shit. You do not want to see a professional that specializes, a healthcare professional that specializes in lipedema and lymphedema. Just to be on the safe side, just keep stuffing your face and blaming any weight gain on your legs,
That's something that I have to figure out, something I have to work on.
Yeah, work on. Like maybe get your legs wrapped, get lymph drainage massages, anything. But you're just sitting on your ass holding TED Talks.
There's only so much I can do because
You're not doing anything but sitting on your ass and making everything worse. You need to start doing things to improve your situation, unless you've completely given up, which is my theory.
again, these things are not curable. I just had
But you can make them easier by losing weight. You're not even trying.
every single ingredient for happiness this last week, while also
Alcohol, food, sitting on your ass.
finding every single ingredient for weight gain. So it's just like bittersweet. It's like the week where I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna live my life and I'm just gonna.
As if she hasn't been doing that for years now, especially in 2023. We watched her. When is she ever gonna stop rewarding her for nothing?
Have the time of my life. I'm not gonna think about my weight not one time. The minute I stop thinking about my weight is the minute where things go downhill. So I'm just like so rambly right now. I don't
You should see professionals for everything that's ailing you. You should not be on this platform.
know what is happening, but I'm gonna put my weigh-in right here so we can just move on.
Yeah, let's just get it behind us, the fake weigh-in.
I'm going to do my Wednesday weigh-in for you guys.
Okay. I'm gonna skip ahead just because I'm at over an hour already. And I'm ready to just get up and not listen to her anymore. The weigh-in is from February 7th. Now she's yelling into the camera that it's her mom's 55th birthday when somebody found out that her birthday is actually on the 1st of February, but go on.
It's ready. 515.0 pounds.
5:15 even. And that's what I told you guys when she started with all these weigh-ins in the beginning of 2024. She's going to use the same couple or 5 pounds up and down to keep stringing the audience along, because there's no weight loss going on. There is none, because she's not interested in that. She's not sincere about it. She's bullshitting herself, and she's trying to bullshit the audience. Let's listen to the TED Talk past weigh-in, fake weigh-in.
Because last week I was 508.8, and since I was 515.0,
What happened to your little calendar that you used to write your weights on?
today I gained 6.2 pounds of salt, water retention.
Whatever you want to call it. You gained 6 or 7 pounds of water retention. You need to take an English class.
Calories. I drank my calories a lot this week, and I'm not really a girly pop that does that. I drink.
You're not even a girly pop. And also you are, because all the buzz balls that you inhaled in 2023 and 2024 alone indicate that you are a full-blown alcoholic, and you need to stop with that shit. Unless you want to speed things up, which is my guess.
A lot of like diet and diet Gatorades or Gatorade Zero, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, artificial sweeteners. I wished you would Google them.
So I do a lot of that. So drinking my calories, not a good idea.
No, but you keep doing it, so apparently you must think it's a good idea.
Because your girl has retained a lot of water.
It's not just water, it's fat as well. You are constantly stuffing those fat cells to the brim. It's not just water weight. You can't be ignorant enough to think that.
My goal for last week originally was to cook more, and I was not successful with that goal at all.
Okay, I'm out. She's just blah, 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 flapping, probably telling us what she's going to do differently, what she's not going to do. I'm done with this video. It's all bullshit. I mean, that thumbnail alone, the conversation gets serious and dark, disgusting at this point. And so I'm out. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.